Hello, Cappy. Welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? You're riding your bike to your local park tomorrow to play Pokemon Go with your friends? And there's a 40-degree hill right before the park, and you're a little scared to go down it, but also excited. What kind of bike you got? Is it a 1-speed? Hey, Roxy, welcome. Hey, Moondrop. You don't necessarily know. Do you have a gear shifter on your handlebar or just brakes? I'm doing well, Moondrop. I'm doing well. I solved a problem that I'm ashamed took me a year and a half to figure out the solution to. And I say a year and a half, but really that's probably I don't know, maybe 3 to 8 hours of actual thinking on it and contemplating it. But over the course of a year and a half. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's a work problem. But since I work in banking, one of the things that credit unions and banks both do is IRA accounts. Individual retirement accounts is what they're called. And that's where people can put aside money either after taxes or pre-tax for retirement. And you can go into any one of our branches and deal with an IRA, open one, deposit, all that fun stuff. But I work in a digital branch, so trying to figure out ways that we can facilitate doing the same things that branches also do. And we wanted to do IRAs, but the way our system works creates a bit of a liability. I wouldn't say liability, perhaps that's not the right wording, but basically, if you take money out of an IRA, it's called a withdrawal, or the disbursement. If you put money into an IRA, it's called a contribution. And anytime you either take a disbursement or do a contribution, our reporting agency requires a signature. But the way our system works is I have to do the withdrawal or deposit first. I have to do that, and then the system will prompt me to put the information into our reporting agency, which then generates a form for them to sign. Well, problem was, we're digital, they're not in front of us, so we can't force them to sign. So we move the money as requested and just hope for a signature. Whereas in branch, they're okay, you're right here, just sign, or I'm going to undo the transaction, right? We learned today that transaction can be done anytime in a calendar year. And we also learned how we can facilitate and force the signature to happen. And that is simply do the withdrawal or distribution, put the money into the checking or savings account as requested, but put a hold on it and a note on the account that says these funds are held until we receive this DocuSign back. That's the solution. That simple. Took me a year and a half to come up with that answer. But that's what it is. So I'm really excited that I had the epiphany today. Part of it was the understanding that these can be reversed anytime up to the calendar year, where we previously thought if it wasn't within the same day, we were SOL. So yeah, we just, if they don't sign after a week, we put the funds back in, undo the transaction. Not our fault, not our problem. So I love it. I get to add another thing that our team can do, accomplish one of my incentive goals, which is improving 3 things for the member experience on a large scale, not just an individual member, but every member could have this. So I'm digging it. You're finally back from your vacation too. That's legit, Cappy. Hopefully it was a good vacation. But yeah, that might be enough banking talk for today. I might rant about it later on. Who knows? We'll see. Might be feeling like sharing more. But hey, Starkiller, if I didn't already say what's up and hi, I did see you sneak in there. I just don't know if I stopped my story for it or not. But yeah, I got to message the executive over my area. I'm like, hey, I finally figured out how we can do this, and I feel so stupid for not figuring it out sooner. It's just because the solution is so stupid simple. We're already off to a better start for this stream than we had last stream. This is our second stream as a member-enabled channel. And we are moving towards 1,000, where YouTube's like, you know what? This is a good channel. We're going to support this channel. We're going to share some of our ad revenue with this channel. Because the ads, they're going to be there regardless. Mostly. So why not help out good old Sludge in the process of watching an ad? The ads make you want to crash out? Do the ads also constantly tell you that you're 35 to 40? Because, you guys can encounter an ad on my stream regardless right now, right? When you first get into the stream. Your ads think you're some kind of gooner for some reason. Not on vertical? Good to know. And Cappy, what would you stream at the park? Do you currently have mobile live streaming enabled? Pokemon Go, it works. Nice. Is there anything happening in the Pokemon Go community that is noteworthy that a person would want to watch? If I took your electronics, I would think you were a nun, but YouTube thinks for some reason you need to see some Gooner stuff. That's funny. Special encounters on tours? Oh, then yeah, absolutely. I could see some people watching for that. What kind of special encounters we got? Because I learned Meltan doesn't start having a shiny % chance until like April 28th. So there's a chance you may see a Sludge Bomb stream live at the river on Saturday. Well, that one of the Saturdays that's happening in. I think I'll ask for a little extra time of my kids being watched that day. And go get me like 6 shiny Meltan. I'm going to preload some accounts so that I can just quickly sign into them on my phone. And we're going to go for it. Because I do have many Pokemon Go accounts. And every day I'm going to test to see if I can get more. Because I want as many shiny Meltan as I can possibly obtain. As it stands right now, I can like evolve 3 of them. I got so many Meltan candies. You have enough to evolve it? I got my second, I should say, shiny Meltan last time it was available in like a last-ditch effort. It was a Hail Mary stream with Pokemon Go, and I got it. Honestly, though, if I can get this channel into the realm of YouTube monetization, I may try to find a way to stream on my Zelda channel to get the hours up for that one, to see if I can somehow manage to get that one monetized again. Yeah, Orthworm is debuting the 28th as well, isn't it, for that whole event? Not long tonight. You're exhausted. Cleaned and pushed mode for about 6 hours today. That sounds terrible. But hopefully the school activity was fun. I'm thinking about enrolling my oldest in T-ball. So I may have to figure out what stream schedule is going to look like there. But there will be a stream. It just may be 9 to 10. Hey, Scarpy! Guess what? Good news. I'm not dabbing out of the stream in a minute. We have a solid almost 2 hours left. We're gonna stay streaming so Scarpy can be here because I feel bad about last night. Your time is 10:23 right now. Yeah, so we'll midnight 30. We'll be streaming for you if you're up. If you're not, we'll probably be streaming anyways. Because we had a pretty great day today. I already beat Fire Red, but this is Leaf Green. But if I beat Leaf Green, I am going to stream Shiny Hunting in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I got a few shinies to collect there that have been calling my name. But it might end up transitioning to the 3DS era first, because I need to shiny hunt 5 Pokemon there in case Pokemon Bank ever shuts down. I want to make sure that I have my bases covered with that. I need a new Manaphy, of course, with the Sludge Bomb trainer name. And I need Poipole, Nagnadel, Savali, and type Null. So it'll probably be 3DS shiny hunting and then pivoting into Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. But when and if they come out with Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire on the Nintendo Switch, it will be almost an immediate transition to those. The only thing that would prevent me from transitioning to those is this current run not being complete. Emerald isn't actually as bad as it sounds. If I was to do Emerald, I could fairly easily shiny hunt a few things. Let's see. when is my next stream? So, for you, 10 p.m. tomorrow. I stream 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time every single day. Sometimes I'm a few minutes late, but it's basically 8 p.m. every day. Oh man. Battle Frontier. Okay, so it would still be kind of hard to do an emerald run looking at this. Oh, okay, Scarpy, are you heading out for the night? You're gonna play some Pokemon or download a ROM hack Pokemon games right now. Watch the stream while you're downloading, man. Play your game, I'll play mine. We'll chit chat. Like Cappy. Cappy's playing Leaf Green right now. Talked him into it. You're gonna do the nugget glitch? Heck yeah. Nugget glitch for the win. I should probably really pay attention to Haunter more. I've been pretty bad about that. Will the poison type become a normal type if I use an antidote on it? Wouldn't that be interesting? Oh, yep, there's the 8:35 to 9 o'clock sleepy train. Like clockwork. You can't download it? Why not? Is it saying that's a no for me? Pool of the Dead? Clint Eastwood, your pet termite. I love it. Paige couldn't handle your aura. I respect that. Yesterday you caught a shiny Vulpix. That's pretty dope. I like a good shiny Vulpix. Pokemon GS Chronicles? Never heard of it. Oh my goodness. I don't have my baby monitor. Those poor things. I'm gonna give the chair an encounter. I'll be right back. And we're back. You're gonna tell me tomorrow what Pokemon GS Chronicles is, I assume? And you caught a shiny Rain cast form. And a Nundo Electrite. What the heck is a Nundo? These are new terms. Absolutely zero IVs. Okay. And why is a Nundo a celebratory thing by chance? And is your Nundo shiny? They're horrible but extremely rare. Not a shiny. Just a terrible Pokemon. You couldn't beat Cynthia because you're too low leveled? Ah, what Pokemon were you using? You don't know, you forgot? That might be part of the problem. I'm shocked, no by Swayze today. And I can't remember if I saw them yesterday. Oh, what is that? Oh, snap. That's how I do a members only live stream? Interesting. You got it to work? I assume that was the GS Chronicles, that we don't know what it is. Good luck. Have fun. Hopefully it's a good game. Not my baby in his crib, just at me. Hey, Dino. What's going on? Stuff. Hopefully some good stuff. You're gonna go to bed. I'm your reminder to go to bed. But you may go to bed. But we'll see you back here in 15. You are Very Marcus-like in that way, I feel like. The amount, excuse me, of times Marcus has said, "All right, I'm going to bed," and then I see them like 7 to 10 minutes later, I have lost count. It's been a minute since I've seen Marcus, actually. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da. You're gonna play some games from Play Store? I thought you was playing the Pokemon GS. What happened to Pokemon GS? It didn't work. Because you got kicked out? Well, that's a bummer. I love the Little Root theme song too. It's a good theme song. I feel like Pokemon these days doesn't have these bangers that like you could just sit in the town for hours and just vibe with the music. Like, Postwick is alright, you know? But it ain't no Little Root. It ain't no New Bark Town. Like, this theme song feels like chatting to May for the first time, you know? You'd be driving for hours to listen to the song. Diving in water, not driving. You like my stream theme anymore? The dive theme in Emerald just... Oh, okay. You like the dive theme. Listen to the dive theme for hours. That makes way more sense. What's my stream theme, Scarpy? How has it changed? Oh, because I'm chill. Got it. I try to be. It's like, who wants to have a full day of life out at school, out at work, doing whatever it is that you have to do to survive and thrive, and then come and sit in a high intensity stream? Nah. Like, we do get upbeat, and we do get energetic, and we do get, I wouldn't say crazy, but we get unhinged on occasion, but for the most part, it's just a vibe. Chillax. Encounter some Pokemon. And I think the chillness of the stream has more to do with the people in the stream are also chill. And just chatting. Try Radical Red. It is on my to-do list, but probably on the channel you're actually watching from, Scarpy. Better chance that I would do a fan-made game on the Brass Coin channel. Have a good night, Shauna. Thanks for the luck. We'll catch you later. Who is the shiny on the far right bottom? Mirror Man. That is Cubone. You beat Radical Red 2 times already. I am extremely intrigued by Radical Red. I'm also slightly intrigued by Pokemon Emerald Kaizo. Pokemon Uranium is also something I've heard good things about. No problem, Mirror Man. Also, welcome to the stream. You hate Pokemon Kaizo just because it freaking killed you 19 times? Oh, yeah? What is the deal with Kaizo anyways? Because, like, me and my buddy did a Pokemon Emerald Kaizo randomizer, and we were doing pretty alright, but we never went past Mauville, so perhaps that's why we were doing alright, you know? You're trying to beat Pokemon Fire Red but can't figure out a good team. Any suggestions? First and foremost, Mirror Man, what is your team thus far? Welcome, Grizzly. Welcome. Sounds like a plan. Having sloppy joes and mac and cheese for your birthday dinner, that's what's up. Get some extra sloppy joe. Extra messy. Sick. I appreciate a good sloppy joe every once in a while. Rarely, though. You never saw getting a shiny Pokemon on stream because sleeping? That's okay. By Swayze hasn't seen a shiny on stream in like 2 years. You forgot what your team was, Mirror Man? Who's your starter? Hey, Paul, welcome. I do not currently have one of those. Mirror Man chose Bulbasaur. Nice. Bulbasaur is a good one. You're kind of cooked, though. Because you're going to need a solid water type to defeat your rival. No question about that. So Venusaur. I would say Lapras would be good to have on the team. A Nidoking would be good to have on the team. Of course, you can't go wrong with a Dragonite, but you'll need something with a good dark type move that knows Crunch or Thief. Alakazam would be a good addition to the team. He's going to help out a lot with Bruno. Because, like, your contenders are Lorelite, Bruno, Agatha, and Lance. So you need a fire type for Lorelei / electric. So depending on your game, perhaps a Magmar or Electabuzz would be good. Growlithe or Ninetales. Just something that's going to help you get past Lorelei. Psychic for Bruno. It's going to come in clutch. Alakazam. The shiny does look kind of nice, Midnight City. Also, welcome to the stream. Do I use cheat? No. Unless we count the infinite nugget glitch as a cheat, which that's like an intended function of the game. So I did do the infinite nugget glitch. But other than that, no. In my other playthrough of Pokemon Fire Red, I did do the item duplication glitch, and that's really fun. Genghis! Yeah, let's go. Ghastly, shiny version. How you doing, Genghis? Welcome back. It's been a number of days and quite possibly weeks since we saw you last. Is this my other account? This is my other account. What's my favorite Pokemon? Yours is Raichu. I like Swampert. Swampert's my favorite. Despite the Gengar on my hat, Gengar's like number 2. Well, Genghis, since you've last been here, we unlocked channel memberships here on the channel. So we're super excited about that. I can see that you're on the Brass Coin channel, though, I think. But over on the Sludge Bomb Trainer channel, we just barely unlocked memberships. I thought that was super cool. Is Cubone on Pokemon Moon? I'm not sure. It's gotta be. It's gotta be, because Alola Marowak. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's a version exclusive or anything. I don't think it is. Who will win, Dragonite versus Charizard? It's a loaded question, but assuming you have your ducks in a row, Charizard. You will change your avatar and name in YouTube to your favorite Pokemon? Bet. Paul Allen, new subscriber. Well, let's see if you have your subscriptions visible to people, and let's see if we get a shiny, or if we get a Gengar dancing up in here. Also, welcome to the channel. I decided I don't like this one as much. Yeah, we sailed past 507 and are climbing on upwards to 1,000. Hey, Ryland, we're doing really well. Really well. Yesterday, we had our first stream as a member-enabled channel. And yes, Miguel, I am trying to get shiny Gengar. Eventually. But it all starts with a Ghastly / Haunter. I'm looking for this Pokemon to see if I can easily catch a shiny Snorlax. Allegedly, I wouldn't have to worry about it struggling in this generation. But I think struggle bypasses normal type. I don't think it's any type. I don't know. We'll see. But, you changed your profile? What is that? It looks almost like a Decidueye. But it also looks like it could be Ogerpon. Oh, it's a Nidoking. Okay. Oh, I see the name change now. Hi, Lindsay. Evidently, my wife is on break at work and being a goober. Oh, it's going pretty great. How about yourself? Have you been marked safe from a promotion? You just caught both Articuno and Moltres in Leaf Green today? Nice. That's pretty dope. Getting that Pokemon Pokedex filled in. Now I'm like wondering, did I miss a text? Lindsay's never on stream. You think you're safe unless you find out the day you're supposed to start? Well, still, like, it's even weirder because they're supposed to tell you didn't get it before they make an announcement. So that's kind of crazy also that they haven't said, hey, by the way, you didn't get it. I guess as long as you don't get a phone call over the weekend. Scarpy, you found a shiny Moltres. Where at? Pokemon Go? Your break is over? You have fun. Doing claims, I assume? Oh, and Fire Red. Nice, Scarpy. That's some good luck. Because you don't know how to create an account in Pokemon Go. You're gonna lock in right now? Lock in, Scarpy. Catch the bird. You're gonna battle Lunala. Should you use your Master Ball? No. I would just save beforehand. Your dad called you and your aunt nerds for playing Pogo? It's okay. Being a nerd is great. You forgot to save? I'm pretty sure Pokemon Sun and Moon have a recatch feature. If you don't catch it, it appears somewhere else later on. You're not mad about it? Said in a joking way. Adams! My favorite Pokemon is Swampert. Second favorite, Gengar. But they don't put Swamperts on hats. And it doesn't fit with the poison type theming. You got Lunala to 1 HP. Solid. Clapping Seal. Nice. You approve of 1? What ball should you use? A Beast Ball. No, I'm just kidding. I would try for a Moon Ball. If you got it. If not, Dusk Ball or Great Ball would be the next closest. Man, my kids are still just hanging in there for dear life, not wanting to go to sleep. Oh, oops. I need to change that message. We're not almost to 500, we're almost to 1,000. Poker Face! Why don't I check Gengar on the next floor? Because there ain't no Gengar on the next floor. You caught it in an Ultra Ball? Solid. That's what's up. And you caught your shiny Moltres? Let's have us a screen shot in Discord. Oh wait, I don't know if you even use Discord. Uh-oh. YouTube's not receiving enough stuff anymore. It says it's having some struggle busing. We'll keep an eye on it though. Got a shiny Pokemon and barely had enough Pokeballs to catch it. It's pretty crazy. Hey, Nicole. We saw you earlier. When am I going to end my stream? Probably like 30 minutes, give or take. I don't know. I'm kind of just vibing. It doesn't feel super late or anything. You think about a 3DS Pokemon game, which one should you get? Alpha Sapphire, hands down. Given that you've just been talking about Lunala, I assume you have Moon, but 3DS Pokemon game, Alpha Sapphire for the win. You have just both Articuno Moltres. Yeah, that's what you said earlier. Ooh. Moving on up in the world of Sludge Bomb Trainer. Pokemon Moon is cutscenes 80% of the story. That is one of my big gripes with Gen 7 and 8. What's worth 150 in your country? You have missed out on Zapdos. Why did you miss out on it by chance? Like, just weren't able to get to it today, or like you encountered it and it ran away, but you didn't save before encountering it? Yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer. Because Gen 3 is not forgiving. Defeating the gym or the Elite Four again does not bring those back. Always got to save before the legendaries. Cubone's pretty cute. A little disturbed, but pretty cute. You managed to get the other two and a few Ultra Balls? Nice. That'll do it. Japanese Scoville and art rare from a pack. You're all over the place today, Scarpy. And other useless cards. Toad's Cruel? chubby squirrel, and a fierce dog. Given what you just opened, I feel like it has to be a Hound Doom. It's the only fierce dog I'm aware of. Brown Boltund isn't fierce. Also dark type. A dark type dog that's brown and yellow? Boltund's electric. Moshif? It's a squid. Well, that one would have to be Toad's Cool or Toad's Cruel for a grass squid. Maybe second Evo. Yeah, that would be Toad's Cruel. No, yeah, I guess Moshif works. White, brown, and black. It's gotta be Squovit. But it could also be Sentret. But that's misleading because Sentret is a ferret, not a squirrel. So Squovit it is, which is actually a chipmunk, by the way. Just so we're clear. You think I won't get Gengar? You need to trade the Haunter to trigger its evolution and evolve a Gengar? That's why I have two. I can trade with myself all day. We'll get Gengar. We're prepared. We've trained our whole lives for this moment. What's well, Scarpy? Hey, Stonewall, welcome. You don't know how I do it? You're about close to giving up shiny hunting these starters because you'll never play through Leaf Green if you keep doing this much longer. Grit. I don't know. Like, you got a lot of encounters for your starter Pokemon, and I don't know why it's not shining for you, but it is indeed unfortunate. Well, that one's Scovillain. The internet says that Squovit is based on the gray squirrel in Great Britain, which would make sense. But, like, I still disagree. Squovit looks more like a chipmunk to me. But I think that's just the cheeks because I associate chipmunks with cheeks, but squirrels are looking like they're bigger. So it makes more sense for it to be a squirrel. Who's that Pokemon? Super unfortunate. You're still hunting Kyogre and BDSP, and that's been going on for 6 months. Yeah, that's wild, man. Hey, Jonathan, welcome. Guess what, Pokemon Scarpy? Oh, I just noticed we ticked up to 509. I'm doing well. Had a great day at work today. Solved some problems I've been pondering and thinking about for off and on for a year and a half. It was quite productive. You've only done Kyogre like 30 minutes at a time, but still it's a long time. It is. How about you? How are you today, Jonathan? My favorite Pokemon is Swampert. But my favorite type is Poison. And I do think it would be hilarious if we ever get a Mudkip regional variant to have it go Poison type like Wooper. I just think that that would be so freaking funny. I mean, your current fighting Pokemon is fairly difficult already. No, this is Patrick. Can't complain, glad to hear it. Give Stonewall them steel types. It's a good type. Very solid as far as types go. Guess this Pokemon, it is a Mega Electric Dragon. Would that happen to be Ampharos? I have your favorite on my team. It's got to be Alakazam. Or ground types, they are very close for you. I honestly go back and forth on like which I prefer for ground versus steel. I usually tend to go ground as a preference. But that's because a lot of times steel either is doubled up with rock type or ground type. So it's like, it's always super weak to water. Do I think Alolan Raichu is cool or not? I mean, I don't dislike Alolan Raichu, but I also don't tend to gravitate towards psychic types or electric types. Like, I like a few of each of them, but together, I don't feel like they complement each other that much. I think I prefer just base Raichu, honestly. Oh, it's Venusaur? Okay. Could respect that. Like, I think it's cool in theory. It's just not something that I would gravitate towards myself. That's why your favorite 4th gen is Turtwig. good old ground typing. Hey, Scarpy, you have a great night. Get some good sleep, all that. And Roxy, I will be streaming until I am done streaming. It looks cool, but the stats don't back it up. Yeah, big agree. I did initially play through the game with it. I think like my favorite Gen 7 Pokemon is Toxapex, followed by Rockruff. I love Rockruff. And I typically don't like rock type Pokemon, but Rockruff's pretty great. But in all seriousness, I am going to be streaming for like the next 9 minutes. If I could be the Pokemon champion of any gen, what would it be? Honestly, probably 3rd gen, 5th gen, or 8th gen. And it's not because I like 8th, it's just, it's got every Pokemon I like available to it to some degree, at least as far as, you know, if we say in Gen 8, every Pokemon up to that point is available, I would prefer to be 8th gen, because then I could have my full poison type team, and that would be my champion team somehow. You're a Gen 2, baby? Or you're like, Gen 2, baby? Probably the latter, now that I'm thinking about it out loud. Gen 2's pretty dope. The Sableye event is out on Pokopia. Don't forget to do that. When did it come out? Because, like, yes, I will be going and doing that. And we'll have to do a video on it. Naturally. You would go with Gen 1 to be a trendsetter? Respect. I think my default would be Gen 3 if I wasn't going for like solo poison type, but if I was to do a mixed team, definitely Gen 3. And I would probably have a Steven Stone problem where Swampert is my worst enemy. Of course, Swampert would actually be on my team too, but Gen 3 is probably the best ever. Honestly, it's a good solid region despite too much water. What's the hardest and easiest gens in my opinion? Just as the games are themselves? I think OG Gen 2 is the hardest. Like, not Heart Gold, Soul Silver, just OG Generation 2. And then I think the easiest has got to be Scarlet and Violet. An argument could be made for Gen 8, but when you take into account everything about the games, I think the easiest is Scarlet and Violet. Hardest, OG, Gold and Silver. Because we're talking Pokedex completion, 251 Pokemon manually leveling up without XP shares and XP, all that. Well, I guess there might be an XP share in that game. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's just XP. Yeah, it's an XP share, but it only shares to the person holding it, I think, is... No? I don't know. But still, my point is manual evolution, manual leveling for 250 Pokemon. Gen 3 kind of streamlines that a little bit, makes it a little bit faster, but not too many more Pokemon to add, so it's kind of like leveling it out, if you will, and the Pokemon aren't as obscure to find. Gen 4, the original Pokedex is 151. That one does, in fact, kind of suck a little bit, but again, leveling is easier. When you add in the national dex, of course, it gets a little bit harder, but initially speaking, to beat the game, quote unquote, just the native dex would make it easier than Gen 2 still. Gen 5, same thing. Gen 6, also, same thing. But once you get into 8, it's just leveling's on super easy mode. When we factor in the national dex, it becomes a little bit more of an ordeal, but there's also maybe the assumption that you're using the other games to compile that as well, and trading of the GTS and stuff. Like, maybe you don't have to do everything all yourself. You just have to trade. And I do not have a Hollywood crush. You finally stayed till the end? We got 2 minutes. Also, in relation to finishing the Pokedex, like, has anybody tried in Gold and Silver to get Hitmontop without the internet? Like, oh my gosh, how is anyone ever supposed to figure that crap out? It's rough. If I had an all-expense paid trip to anywhere in the world, where would I go? I would absolutely go to Japan. If you had no prior knowledge about Pokemon, how long would it take me to find all Regis and Emerald? About a week. Or less. Depends. Am I 10 years old chilling on my bedroom floor with my Game Boy Advanced SP? If yes, a day. If no, it would definitely take me probably a week. There's something about being a Gen 1 kid that you talked to everyone and you explored everything. These newer Pokemon games like Scarlet Violet, Sword and Shield, and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, they have a bad problem with that. Specifically, Scarlet and Violet. You had to talk to everyone in the older games, or else you didn't find an HM to move on. Like, you're in Gen 3, you don't talk to that random dude that's sitting in a house in Rustboro City, you're not getting cut. Not happening. Wait a second. Hold the actual phone. I am actually questioning that Cubone. Okay. That Cubone looked funny. Stonewall still checks every trash can. Exactly. You got to. Every trash can. I think there was a magazine that came out that mentioned Braille. But weird thing. I got Ruby and Sapphire when I was in 3rd grade, I think. But when I was in 2nd grade, my brother was acting up and acting a fool a little bit. And so my mom had to do certain things with him. And to keep me busy and preoccupied, she made me take an American Sign Language class at night. So like I would go to school, get home, and then I'd have to go to this class taught at another school for American Sign Language. We did that for like 6 weeks. And just by pure happenstance, they went over Braille in that as just like a, hey, we know that this is, American Sign Language, but this is another form of communication. And so they introduced us to Braille in that class. So I kind of, like, I didn't, of course, know what the letters were without a book, but I had a sheet of paper given to me that said, hey, this is the alphabet. So it was just purely coincidental that I happened to have Braille presented to me and was able to find that underground cavern and read it. Out of all Pokemon generations, which box art is the coolest? We can rule Gen 4 out. Gen 7, Gen 8, Gen 9, Gen 6. So that leaves 2, 3, and 5. And as much as I love the vibrant contrast between Ruby and Sapphire, I think I have to go with Pokemon White has the best box art. Austin. How you doing, Austin? I have played 1,000-Year Door. Austin, we enabled memberships on the channel finally. We're doing pretty good. Japanese Gen 1. Well, thanks, Austin. The remake? I'm excited that they did the remake because it needed to be available on the Switch. But I have not played the remake. So I don't know like if it's true to the original or if it was changed in some way. I'm hoping that they're full-on remaking Pokemon Coliseum. I'm hoping we have a Shadow Drop announcement in June. Is it still true to the... Oh, it is still true to the original and a little easier, especially with the Shadow Queen. Well, that's kind of cool. Glad to hear that. I'm gonna do a little experiment here in like a minute.